Hello, this is Dr. Paul, and today we are going to spend a little bit of time to talk about this ultra-processed food trap. Now, why is this so important? That's because it is easy to cook because it's already pre-made. If you have a microwave, for the most part, that can be done easily. It is cheaper to buy, and unfortunately, it is quite addictive after you start eating a lot of it. So let me show you why it's addictive. In the 60s, the tobacco companies uh, have to divert all their money and start buying up Kraft and Nabisco instead of making cigarettes. But they use the same tactics they use for cigarettes to addict the younger nation. So they start adding additives to the food instead of the cigarettes, and they market heavily to the younger generation, get them all addicted. So what's the percent of addiction? I'll give you two examples of it. Okay, the Gen X females who actually are the MTV generation, 21% of those are addicted. And of course, the younger generation, children, adolescents who don't have time. The parents don't have time to cook because it's a two-income family. They just buy those things and microwave for them, and they have a 15% addiction, and it's just getting worse. Okay? So this is a serious national issue. But what's in there that causes the problem? Well, to make food tasty, you have to have number one, fats, and number two, added sugar. Though or combination of both. But if you add flavor enhancers and additives to it, and where are you going to find those on your nutrition label? Well, they will hide it in something called vegetable protein, which you think is healthy, which is not. Natural and artificial flavors is a dead giveaway, and MSG, of course, has always been there to enhance the taste. So if you pay attention to the nutritional labels, unfortunately, the natural artificial flavors is usually at the tail end of the label. And how do they addict you? Well, those things, if you eat enough of the additives, is going to cause your brain to produce dopamine. And boy, I tell you what, once your brain makes dopamine, you feel good and you feel wonderful. And your brain says, I need more of it. I want to eat more of it. That one is not better. So just get another one, stick it into the microwave. I want another one. I'm so hungry. And that slowly become an addiction problem. And the problem is that this addiction is comparable to the nicotine and alcohol addiction. It's no difference. And the resulting problem, due to this constant brain telling you to consume more and consume more often, is probably a reason why we have this obesity epidemic, which is more than 50% of the adult population, which leads to the diabetes, the blood pressure, the heart disease, and compounded by the fact that obese people tend to have more depression, anxiety, and social isolation. And they woke up and said, boy, I need to lose weight, so I'm going to join this weight loss clinic or this weight loss plan. And they quickly find out that I wonder why my weight is not coming off. I seem to be resistant to the weight loss efforts that I made. And that is why the ultra processed food is a danger to society. Now, what are the solutions? Now, this is what we are trying to do now, is at a very early stage. The FDA is going to try and regulate the processed food and start to force on them a better labeling so that you could see what's really in there. And the FDA and the media hopefully will start educating everyone about how much added sugar you should not have every day, and then bring all these hidden additives to the forefront of the label so you can look at it and know these are ultra processed food and should be avoided. Now, uh, better education on mindful eating is very important. And the next video next week, we're going to talk about that. So stay tuned on that. And then the last week video that I made was to try and tell you about how to make better food choices, portion control, and better eating habits. So you miss that, please go back to my video last week and you can catch on that easily. And finally, insurance company and government is thinking about giving you a financial incentive so that you can eat healthy. One example will be the SNAP program, actually allocate more money for you to buy fruits and vegetables instead of red meat or easily made processed food. So this is all I want to tell you, that this is a serious national health issue, and the addiction part is really a serious problem that causes a lot of our health issues. So if you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up and recommend this to your family and friends. And next week, you will be educated on mindful eating and how do you stop overeating, especially you seem to be addicted to these ultra processed foods. Thank you for all your attention, and I will see you all next week.